No, not guidance. I mean, like, it's just advantage on initiative, which is so rare. But you can just, like, slap someone, anyone, and then you're like, oh, you know what? This guy needs it. Or this guy needs it. Or maybe you're not even gonna be in the fight. You can just give someone that's gonna, is gonna have a gladiatorial one-on-one duel and be like, you get advantage. There's no cooldown, there's no limit, there's no charges. It's so good. So they're the only cleric that get 2 abilities like that. It's insane. I love it. Twilight clerics are so good. But that's my whole thing on Twilight clerics. You're a bard. I love being a face and skill monkey. Utility to the max as an artificer, for sure. I love being a skill monkey too. It's gonna be hard changing from my knowledge cleric. That Geodude's poison, damn. It's gonna be hard changing from my knowledge cleric because I love having the expertise that it gives, but I have to give it up. How is it not broken? I don't know. I mean, okay. I think there's 2 things that make it balanced. The first is that the temporary hit points you get from the Channel Divinity, it's not insane. I think it's like a D6 plus your cleric level, which is it scales up, but like it's just enough to give you a nice like damage mitigation. So at later levels, they just blitz through it. The other thing is that the dark vision, if you're in a party like mine that I am at the moment, everyone has dark vision, so you're just sitting there like, here's better dark vision? That's fine. The advantage on initiative it's just good. And then it's also held down by the flying, which is just not great. It's really stupid. Don't fly. Do not. Someone cast fireball on you, and the area's lit up, you're gonna fall to your death. It's definitely one of the better classes, for sure. I don't think it's broken. I thought there was like an item down here. Guess not. It's definitely not broken, but it's up there. So as for the other clerics, because I was about to talk about that, you got the Channel Divinity beats the crap out of what I can do with just aid. Also, Dark Vision wouldn't be super helpful in a group of half-elves and elves I'm in. Yeah. To be fair, elves and half-elves get 60, 90 feet of Dark Vision. This is still like over triple what they would get. So it's not like it's useless. You get like insane Dark Vision range, but it's still just like adding a little bit of unnecessary on top. So it's not game breaking. I need to... Yeah, 60. So it's 5 times their range. But it's not, I wouldn't say it's broken, because not a lot of DMs go that far in range. As for the other clerics, you have the order domain that I'm going to go over right now. You get the heavy armor stuff, you get proficiency in either intimidation or persuasion. Just good base stuff. Hey, Abra. Hold the phone, let me pause to see if I get this with the Great Ball. First try! Oh my god, that's lucky. For once it actually was first try. But you get the proficiencies, good. You don't get much else on that. Basically, when you cast a spell of first level or higher, you can use your, if you cast a spell of first level or higher that targets an ally, you can use their reaction after the spell to make one reaction attack against a creature that they can hit. So with that, you can tell the premise of this paladin is just you're a tank. You take the damage, heal your friends, and have them deal the damage for you, which is good. It's a good feature. Your channel divinity is just that you prevent your... Let me read this as I try and remember what it is. You can charm people, basically, in a 30 feet around you, using your channel divinity. It's a wisdom saving throw. It makes them drop what they are holding. So, this is just... It lasts one turn, you use it, and they drop their weapons. If you're in a fight with like a bunch of martial characters, this is great. It makes them... It like forces them to lose their damage with the attacks. Again, you're a frontliner, you're not dealing the damage, you're just making everyone else deal the damage. Next level, when you cast a spell of the Enchantment School, using a first level spell or higher, you can make that a bonus action for the casting, provided it's normally an action. You can only use this a number of times equal to your wisdom. I think the smite... Not smite spells. Paladins don't have that many spells that use that, so it's not great. It's still good. You can still get something out of that. You get the standard Divine Strike that most melee clerics get. And you get Order's Wrath, which is by far one of the coolest. When enemies designated for destruction, heal your divine... Sorry, I'm gonna read this so I know what I'm about to talk about. When you hit someone with your divine strike, they're cursed. The next time they take damage, or one of your allies hits them with an attack, that target also takes 2d8 psychic damage. So basically, you just get a passive, always dealing more damage. This cleric is just I frontline, and you deal the damage, and that's all the way through. If you want to be a purely tank, not even a DPS, and you're just there to make sure no one else is taking that damage, this is a good cleric. The other one, if I could go to it, is Peace Domain. I don't think the Peace Domain is great. As you can tell, it's all about talking and being with everyone happy. The Order Cleric sounds interesting, sounds very control or battle support. You could run that build. It's pretty good. I think it could run great as not a pacifist or like some kind of crazy arbiter of justice. It's more of a you could run it as you're with the god of justice, but not to bring people in, but to help people. You're there to protect your friends, and you believe in justice not to stop evil, but more so to protect good. And that's the flavor I think you can go with. That would be really fun to do, because you don't want to play like a bog standard cleric or paladin that's just a smite evil type deal. But I think you can have a lot of fun with it. I don't really like the Peace Cleric. It's a whole lot of supporty stuff, restoring health, but not in the same way that most clerics do. I don't really want to read it, because I think if you really want to go with it's in the name, you're there to protect people and the bonds they share and all that, you can read it. It's not really my cup of tea. There's a whole lot of other stuff in Tasha's I can talk about though, because boy, I've looked a lot into this. Also, I might just take a pause on trying to catch these Pokemon. I was going to end it when I fought the Team Rocket Grunt, but it's taking a lot longer to find the Skitty. I also forgot I should be catching that. You're just such a fan of playing support? There's a lot of support options. Okay. I'm going to tell you, there's one support in this that I really like, because it's not a standard support. The Clockwork Soul Sorcerer, not Cleric. The Clockwork Soul Sorcerer is one of my favorite sorcerers because it doesn't support in the same way it normally does. So what this does is, as I jump down to it so I can remind myself, you get a lot of spells. You get Aid, Lesser Restoration, Dispel Magic, Greater Restoration, all that, all supporty stuff. But at level 1, you get it so that when someone is about anyone, it doesn't have to be your ally, it doesn't have to be an enemy, it could just be anyone. When they roll a d20 and it has advantage or disadvantage, you can just make that a bog standard roll. So that means if you're, like, there's no charge, or there's charges, you can only use this a number of times as your proficiency, but still, that just means if your ally's gonna fuck something up royally because of disadvantage, or if the enemy's about to hit someone with advantage, that's not happening. You can stop it. You can just say no. Not happening. I don't think there's another spell in the game that does that. I don't think there's a class in the game that does that. And I think that's really neat, just for a level 1 spell, or feature. Then there's Bastion of Law, which is the best supporting feature I think I've seen. This one makes it. You spend 1 to 5 sorcery points. And God, cutting this up for YouTube is going to be a astronomical job for me. But anyways, you spend a 1 to 5 sorcery points and you give someone a ward. It depends, and when someone takes damage, they can roll a d8 equal, or they can roll a number of d8s equal to how many points you spent. And that takes away the damage that they just took. Because of the phrasing of that, that means they can use this to mitigate damage and have temporary hit points. It is the only way to stack resistance, temporary hit points, and another feature to reduce damage to the point that a person might not take damage from a fireball. I love this class because of this one feature. It's so good. It's the only damage mitigation. Sorry for editing. Yeah, editing is gonna be a pain in my ass. Sorry for YouTube for talking about D&D on a Pokemon YouTube video. We've been talking about this for like half an hour at this point. Level 14. As I'm gonna keep going through this. Yeah, it's real good. But level 14. As a bonus action, you enter a state for 1 minute. During this time, no attack against you can have advantage, and all of your attack rolls, ability checks, and saving throws are at minimum a 10. And not only that, unlike other things that are just like you have to use a long rest to get it back, you can spend sorcery points to get this feature again without taking the rest. You, like, not roll, you can roll, depending on your stats, you can just guarantee you make rolls. A 10 plus whatever rolls you would already had, so good. You're just a roll. You just do good. You're like a fucking rogue when they're trying to sneak. There's no bad roll for you. And then there's the level 18 ability, which is still pretty good. You basically get a cube, 30-foot cube of space, and it summons a bunch of spirits. Anyone in that space, use divide up 100 health to divide amongst the people in that cube to heal them. Any damage objects get repaired, and every spell slot of 6th level or lower ends on a creature. So you can just end debilitating effects, so long as they're weak. Another one that's just in a unique way, just a really good feature. All the way up till 18th level, this sorcerer gets so many just unique and good features that you can't get on any other support class. And the best part is that means you can stack this support with another support, so no, you're not stepping on people's toes. It's so fun because it's unique and special. You're not like ruining anyone else's gameplay by doing it. So that's my whole rant. I don't want to spend the rest of the stream. We got one more battle left before I'm done. I'm sorry for the people that were here for Pokemon and got D&D. That was the whole shebang I wanted to talk about. I just like ranting about Tasha's. If you ever meet Coda, my mod, who's also doing the Pokeroll DM, and I do a few other things with him, You can talk to him about Tasha's too in a Discord. And don't apologize, because I'm the one that ranted. If you want to talk about it more, I'm sure if you just @ Coda in the Discord that I have linked right there, it showed up right now. He'll definitely talk about Tasha's with you. It's a lot of fun. Anyways, Roxanne, Pokemon. This one's such an easy gym battle compared to literally any others, except for... I think the Nose Pass is a lot harder than Onyx. Well, there's a lot of Rock gym leaders. What is it? You got Brock, you got Roxanne, Gen 4 had Rourke. Rourke was difficult. Gen 5 did have a Rock gym leader. Gen 6 had that one guy with the fossils. Yeah, Roxanne's definitely one of the easier ones. Brock's definitely the easiest because he's got 2 rock ground types, but... she's just such a pushover. Too many rock ground types, not enough diversity. She could have an Aron. That would be so special. But nope. Geodude. The devs really just wanted to play it too easy. Even if you had a Torchic, just get a Blaziken, double kick, win gym. I don't get it. There's so many options in the routes before Roxanne that make her just so easy to beat. It's such a shame. But hey, the music though. The music of this game. 10 out of 10. I love this gym theme. Can I get... I don't think... Mudkip's still level 14, I'm pretty sure, right? Can I not get both of them to level 16? Oh no, they do. Rock and Ground, they're both weak to... not both, sorry. Rock is weak to Grass and Water, super common. Fighting, super common. Ground, pretty common. Earthquake is really out there. Steel, not common, but definitely a difficult type to be weak against. And... I think that's it. Yeah, it's 5 types, and 3 of those are super duper common. It's just a shame. But offensively, pretty good. They beat Fire, Flying, and Ice. And Bug. 4 types that are pretty good to be able to beat. But the issue is that Game Freak likes making rock types slow defensive Pokemon when they're a horrible defensive type. It's just like, why did you do this? Make them more like Lycanroc. Just fast offensive Pokemon. It works fine. Like, if they're fast offensive Pokemon, they do really well. Just not as defensive tanks. They're terrible tanks. Alright. Rhonda's level 16, and... Ooh, Mega Terrain. Where did those over? And level 15. No Marshtomp quite yet. You're not getting by. No, I don't need that. Heavy rock-based animal being fast. I mean, yeah, but... Rocks aren't exactly light either. It doesn't have to be like a boulder when you're imagining a rock type. Same thing with having a slow electric type. It's possible. And Rock Tomb. I don't think I'm gonna have anyone learn that until I get Aron. I'm also gonna leave. We'll get the cutscene. I'll heal. Hey, come on. Can I just, like, not deal with this right now, sir? Don't take his goods in all caps. Very important goods. Alright. Gonna heal. Let me put the Pokemon in the PC that I have. Because I forgot to do that. Because I'm dumb. Let's see. Nincada. Let's pull up you. You go number 42. That's like right here? Yeah, 3642. Whismer, 45. And I'm super lucky I got this guy. I just need one more. Alright, anyways, I'm gonna save, and then I'm gonna end the stream, because that's enough. It's been 3 hours, I've caught a lot. I've actually made a lot of good progress. 17 Pokemon, pretty good. So thanks for watching. I'm gonna be back tomorrow with, I think, some Xenoblade. I think that's the next one up. Send me a message, I'll go check it out after. But yeah, I'll be back tomorrow with Xenoblade. Then Tuesday with Pokemon Poké-Roll. Sorry we missed the last week's session. So yeah, thanks for watching. I hope you had a good time. And I hope you have a good night. So see ya tomorrow if you show up.